Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Draax, and I would like to formally introduce you to a Modsauce creation episode. I just took some time here and made a cool little machine that you see behind me. It's actually a wither killing automation spawning thing machine. So it's going to completely automate the process of spawning the wither and killing the wither. So we'll just turn around here real quick. Bring my cursor back. So what we have here is just a 5x5x6 room of reinforced obsidian, and this is where the wither is going to sit. This is so he can't escape, he can't blow anything up, yada yada. We have a Killer Joe. The Killer Joe's from Ender.io. The reinforced obsidian is also from Ender.io, and this is going to use any sword that you put in there to attack the wither, and it does it pretty well. Sorry. I also have some nutrient distillation, just going into them. You can generate that however you want. I just have it in a barrel. But you see here that I have this slot in here. This is so I can see, but then you have to put some reinforced obsidian out here. That way he doesn't blow up anything outside that area, or you can just cover it up. I just like being able to see him. So from the first point, we have a lever you see there on the other side, and that controls a timer. This timer, with the current sword that I have in there, and it's a 60.25 attack damage, the timer is set to 20 seconds. I could do it a little bit faster. I could probably get it down to 15, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk multiples getting spawned and maybe them getting swapped out and whatnot. But this timer is going to have to be reliant on the amount of damage your sword can do. So run this a couple times, like maybe have this on, I don't know, 60 seconds or something like that, and time how fast your Killer Joe will kill the wither. Unless you have a practicality sword, then enchant that puppy up and put him in there. But yes, this timer is going to send a pulse down. And we'll come back to this line, but we'll come over here. This is just a pulse former. It does a real quick rapid fire pulse. Comes through here. Red alloy wire is put all the way around these blocks here. You have 3 autonomous activators, which are placing the heads, just like so. Nothing special about them. And then you have some block placers, and those are going to be placing the soul sand for us. So then you have a platform of reinforced obsidian, and then this line right here, this is a repeater. It's on 16 ticks. We're going to run that through to a blood magic teleposer, and the teleposer's got a enhanced teleposition focus in it, and that is linked to another one that I have right over here. If I bust through here, I should run right into it. There it is. And this has got another teleportation focus in it. But what this does, basically, is the blood magic system will teleport anything within a 3x3 system. And that's with that enhanced focus. So I have a 3x3 platform there, and it's going to teleport it over here. So basically, this right here and this right here gets swapped out every time. I'm going to go ahead and turn on this and let it run. It's about a 20-second startup just because the timer has to go around once. But it's really cool. So the guy gets spawned here. Before he can move or anything, he gets transported over to this side, and then once he gets to full health and blows up, he there you go. So you heard the placement. He's growing, he's getting to full health, and the Killer Joe will start attacking now. And he does it about 4 or 5 hits. That's pretty good. Our stuff ends up in the chest up here, and then we're going to see another placement and a teleportation. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn the system off. Just a heads up, you can do this outside of Modsauce if you really want to. You're just going to need Ender.io, some Project Red, so you can have red alloy wire and that stuff. You can use open blocks. There's some other block placers, and then thermal expansion for the autonomous activators. So I am now going to go over to the tutorial part and show you guys how to actually build this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, well let's go ahead and get started building this thing. You're going to start with some reinforced obsidian, and you're going to do a 5x5x6 tall little room here. You're going to have it completely open on the inside, and you can even close this front part up like I said before, and you don't have to do this on the floor. But if you want to have it open to where you can see, I suggest putting something out here that the weather cannot break. Next, you're going to want to place the Killer Joe. Don't place him in front of here. Don't place him in here. Nothing like that. The wither will break him, so go ahead and put him right there on that spot. And then I am just going to put in some fluid conduit, and we're just going to change this up real quick. I need an empty hand, so I can click there, extract, always active, and we're going to fill him up. I'm also going to go ahead and give him a sword. Like I said, you can use any sword you want. The more damage that the sword does, the better, just because it's going to run a little bit faster. So the timer that we're going to put on this system, the timer that you see right there, is dependent on the sword you use. So 20 seconds, this one only has 54 attack, where I think this one over here has like 60 attack. So you're going to have to compensate for that amount of time that the Killer Joe takes to kill him. So next we're going to run over here, and I'm just going to throw up a button. Actually, I'm going to throw up that. We're going to run red alloy wire there, and then I'm going to put a timer on it, like so. And then I'm going to take the screwdriver, and we're going to do an in and an out. Okay. So the lever, I should have had a lever. I didn't. I'm sorry. We're going to do a lever. Bam, like that. Put that on there so the timer is not running. Then I'm going to run through here, and I'm going to run over here. I'm actually going to put some sandstone back in here. That way I have something to run that cable on. But we're just going to go down. I'm actually going to put a pulse former in here, like so. And we're going to put this down all the way to there. Now, I am going to change the design just a little bit, because after doing some testing, I ran into some issues with the autonomous activator placing the soul sand. So we're going to do some block placers. And that should, really fix any issues that we'll run into. So we're going to place them in the plus pattern that you would see the wither. And then I'm going to place 3 autonomous activators at the top. I'm going to come down here. Actually, I don't want to run that way. I want to run that back that way. We're just going to run red alloy wire all the way around these, so we get a full circuit connection, like so. Okay? So one other thing that you'll want to adjust with the autonomous activators, go ahead and aim level, keep it the same, but you want to turn on, I guess these don't have it, but if you have the redstone control, go ahead and put it to high. I don't know why these particular ones don't have it, but they don't. So next, we're going to go underneath here. I'm going to drop down, and we're going to go ahead and put a teleposer. We're going to need 2 of these, so I'm going to put one here, and I'm actually going to bust out. We're going to go to the middle of this one, and I'm going to put it there. You want to have them either facing the same way or something, but just have them in the same place. You want that one in the middle of the platform and this one in the middle of the platform. Then you're going to take some of these enhanced teleposition focuses. These actually do a 3x3. Bind it to myself. Click there. That should be bound to that location. Bind it to myself. Ooh, I actually want this one to be here. If I take that one, put it in there, take that one, and put it in there. So now, if for whatever reason I ran a redstone signal, well, I don't have any blood magic, so you're going to want to make sure you have some blood magic in your system. Blood. And I'm just gonna grab an orb real quick and do that to myself a few times. And then I'm gonna grab a button. Button. Who's got the button? Okay, did I do something wrong with the focuses? Like so. So I want this focus here, this focus here. So this focus should go in here. This focus should go in here. If I click the button, there we go. It worked that time. Very good. So I don't know what I did wrong. I just probably had them linked improperly or put them in wrong or something. So now that's your basic system. You're pretty much close to go. The only thing you'll want to add is a redstone signal over to here. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. I would do it like this, to where I'm going to run a repeater right there, in and out. And then I'm going to take some red alloy wire, just run it to there. And then I'm going to run it on the side so that it actually connects. I'm going to put this on 16 ticks. I found that that's a pretty good time in between when this guy starts running and when this guy starts. Or between when the guy forms and when the guy, you know, goes. So yeah, that's pretty much the system. You can clean it up a little bit, you know, put some stuff around it. You don't want to block off any signals or anything, so you could do some cover strips or whatnot around. But let's go ahead. We're going to get some soul sand. Oop, if I can spell that properly. Soul sand. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to get some skulls. Skulls. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go ahead and put these in here. Now, the reason I ran the soul stand around the back is so that you could actually, or I ran it around the edges so you could pump into the back of these if you wanted to. That's how I would completely automate it. If not, you know, you can run them all on the back. You're going to save yourself a couple of wires. Just run it around there. Otherwise, you know, you can just fill it in like I just did. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to put this timer on. Let's do 25 seconds or 30 seconds. Let's do 30 seconds just because I want to see, you know, the sword, like I said, is different. So it might take me a little bit longer to actually get this guy to cycle. So it's actually going to take that full 30 seconds for this timer to go all the way around. And I just noticed that. So let's put that on there real quick. So now everything should be connected nicely. Let's go ahead and watch. See if I did it right or everything's going to explode. There we go. So he's moved over. He's moved over and he's getting ready to die. I'm just making sure the timer's still got plenty of time. Very nice. Okay, so we still have, it looked like that was only about 15-20 seconds in. So even with that Killer Joe, you'll be doing good. Now, a recommendation, don't go in there unless you're in creative, because that Killer Joe will whip your butt. Trust me, I ran into that quite a few times. But yeah, that's the system. We'll let it kill this guy again like that. Bam. And I could put an item collector on here and pick up the stuff. You know, there's plenty of ways that I can get that stuff out of there. But yeah, that's pretty much the system, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I know I did. I found it really... Whoa, I have a skull on my head. Creepy. I found it really cool. It was cool to, you know, mess with it, figure it out, and I hope you guys will get some use out of it and really enjoy it. So, my name is Draax, and I will see you in the next Modsauce creation. See ya.